CVTV once again from the Channel Partners Expo floor, and joining us right now, another Philly area guy. Pretty cool.
Guilty as charged.
Here we are. Warren Reyburn, SIB. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Brady. How about yourself, bud?
Doing really well. How's the show been?
It's been fast and furious, as we were just saying, and I think, the fatigue shows on my face, but nonetheless, a great use of time, and we're very happy to be here, and, coming off the heels of the success we had at the event last year, for us, it's just furthering that brand elevation, the partner interaction, and, there's quite a few things strategically we're looking to accomplish here all at the same time, which we'll get into in a moment, but...
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what are you looking to accomplish here?
Yeah, so, going back to that brand elevation piece, when I was here last year, we had just wrapped up our 7th acquisition, the last 4 years for that matter. I touted the continued strategic vision and execution of our CEO, Kevin Flounders, and I'm very proud to be a part of that, overseeing the technology division here at SIB. We do have something different to offer, and that's why we're so passionate about getting back here this year and raising our game a little bit. So we've got our expo floor room. We've had a series of meetings, a turnstile, perhaps better said, but it was great. I had my waste division president, Mark Savis, in town with us yesterday, and peers in logistics, and hopefully next year we'll get our general category experts out here as well, where we can help with merchant services, treasury fees, and a whole host of other SG&A impacting events. So all in all, mission accomplished so far, and we're excited. We still have, I think, a half dozen more appointments after this. So that brand elevation's big, and certainly we're here to listen, and the M&A activity isn't done yet. I would only add, in closing, Brady, from the standpoint of what we're looking to accomplish, we just had a large round of investment at SIB that we wrapped up in November. So, we're working with a group today that's backing us that has 69,000 locations globally, billions in assets under management. So, again, going back to Kevin's vision, no better fit for us strategically. So, we're very, very excited about what the future has to offer.
It sounds like you're in a great place, Warren. So, anything else new that we should talk about?
Yeah, I think for us, another big part of going back to what I shared with you last year, for that matter, and even at the Channel Vision Expo in November, is the improvements we need to make from a systems standpoint, automation. We have launched this year alone new portals to support our wireless and wireline expense management sides of the business. We have SaaS expense management and cloud expense management at our disposal now. So again, the portals were key, the visibility into our activities, displaying our results, again, I think the other big thing there is, Brady, we've been able to add so much more automation in specifically as it relates to the claims and disputes and the associated analytics. So having 1,500 plus automated audits at our disposal today. We got our $24 billion benchmark database at our, that we use at our discretion in our negotiation activities. A lot of work that we're doing around right sizing and optimization, a big part of our panel discussion for that matter here yesterday, as well as continue to just, look where we can to plug the gaps from a partnership standpoint.
Okay, now obviously the expense management field, a lot of competitors there.
Yeah.
How does SIB set itself apart?
Yeah, great question, and that's a big part of what we're here to talk about. And the panel yesterday, I think it's the ecosystem of partners. We're looking to help our clients in every way, shape, or form. And again, I touched on the peers that I have throughout the organization, and that's where we do differentiate ourselves from some of the folks that are here on the floor today that have that tech-only focus. We certainly bring that to the table. Myself being involved in the CLEC industry for over 20 years, we have like resources, in the organization in that capacity and in that space. However, going down the path of energy, waste, utilities, having that at our disposal, and again, looking under the rocks for SG&A benefit, and then finally that logistics piece. So we can add a lot of value in a lot of different areas. And in addition to that, I would just close by offering it's not just simply about that expense reduction. There's a lot of marketing material out there. There's some pretty elevated numbers. I think we tried to administer a bit of truth yesterday during the panel on what people should come to expect, but also enriched inventory. And that's where we start. We get down the path of contract management, inventory management, across the entire spectrum of our technology offering. So know what you have, know what you're spending on, and again, right-sizing and optimizing, and then what we can do to be a part of your strategic planning moving forward.
Sounds great, Warren. Talk a little bit about the panel. How was it?
It was great. We had over 300 pre-registered, members of the community here. So, there was a lot of interest. And again, I think it just goes back to the fact that we're here to talk about something different. Yeah. And for me personally, that's among the many, many things I've come to enjoy about this role with SIB. I no longer have to deal with the 4 a.m. fiber cuts, maintenance windows going awry and otherwise, but it's really about developing that awareness, driving something else from a value proposition standpoint. In the panel yesterday, we had participation from our strategic partners at Brightfin, also Cloud Admin, to talk about what's happening in the SaaS and the cloud space, the impact of the Broadcom acquisition of VMware. So we're trying to arm the partner community with getting beyond just what you're seeing in those marketing materials, some of those bold claims, 33% in savings and otherwise. We want to drive operational value and efficiencies at the same point in time. So where that inventory comes into play, the visibility in the environment, the discovery components. A lot of people here are talking about copper retirement, not just in the context of POTS lines. Let's talk about the PRIs, the point-to-point T1s that are out there. We have a great case study for that matter, and the unnamed casino here that's a client of ours that unfortunately had an issue. And, raising that awareness, putting together a map. Here's what you have today in terms of your copper assets. Here's what we know is going to be retired tomorrow. We have the ability, for example, to go to that Section 214 of the FCC's website. We know what's being decommissioned and when. Let's put together that map. Let's execute. Let's get those savings, but let's avoid the outages at the same time. So it's really about a lot of it about developing awareness, and hopefully the panel helped quite a few partners walk away with that yesterday.
A lot of talk about driving value, Warren. Any kind of quick hits for how people can drive their opportunity and value?
Yeah, I do. I think I'll offer this. I think, again, there's so many people here that have been a part of this, partner community for a long time, either as a supplier, carrier, or as an agency for that matter. What we're trying to do is, again, going back to that copper retirement piece, it's a matter of avoiding those potholes, getting those services stabilized. The savings speak for themselves, but driving that value, and for me, the last point I'd offer you on this is just what it allows the partner to do. It gets beyond just that transactional piece. Becoming part of that strategy, get stickier. Develop your retention strategies, develop your recurring revenue streams, elevate the valuation in your own business. We want to be a part of that. We want to help our partners and grow just as much as we want to save our clients money. So it's that value is really in that awareness, and for our partners, understanding what that inventory and that opportunity can represent on the back end.
Great. So if people want more information, where can they go? Yeah, please. It's aboutsib.com. We're picking up our activity on our social feeds. A lot of friendly faces here. So obviously, reach out to me directly with any questions on the tech front. And where you want to learn more about some of our other categories, I'd be happy to put you in touch with our practice leaders. So, and I'd be remiss if I didn't take this opportunity to thank my friends at Channel Vision Magazine, Burge, Brady, and the whole team. Rob behind the camera as well. You've been a long time valued asset, from the standpoint of, our messaging from Telesystem, my own Reyburn Consulting Group, and now here at SIB. So thank you for your partnership, and look forward to it continuing long into the future. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the time. Absolutely. Thank you very much. Safe travels. All right, there you have it. SIB, be sure to check them out, aboutsib.com. And once again, from Channel Partners Expo, this is CVTV.